Just days before Elimination Chamber, WWE has presented the big episode of Raw, headlined by a premium live of a main event worthy match at Cody and Drew. And yeah, obviously there's going to be big implications from that match, as well as plenty more happening on this week's episode of Raw. But we started things off with that match, and yeah, it's fair to say they tore the house down, kicking things off with a banger. Back and forth action defined about, neither man gaining a sustained advantage for most of it. The two men traded signature moves, strikes, and countered each other's finishes, refusing to let each other deliver the knockout blow that decided the outcome. Instead, it would be the interfering Jimmy Uso who distracted the official and allowed Solo to flatten Rhodes with a spike, setting the 2024 Men's Rumble winner for the Claymore as McIntyre scored the win. The finish was right out of WrestleMania 39 with Sikoa costing Rhodes. And yeah, it was surprising to see Cody pinned, I have to say, but yeah, that's going to be a big moment seeing him pinned, and we'll come back from that. I think McIntyre was conflicted as well, obviously he came back to Clash in the Castle. So yeah, great action and advanced stories really helped elevate this, and yeah, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. It was in time for the Women's Elimination Chamber qualifier Battle Royal. The sixth and final participant was determined as Raquel Rodriguez returned and cashed her ticket to Australia. Rodriguez overcame the united front of Baszler and Stark, dumping them consecutively to earn a win. The battle was fun, a handful of different stories that either advanced or explored within its runtime. The false finish at the end with Green popping out from under the ring, only to see her sneak attack on Rodriguez fail miserably as she was tossed to the floor, was a lot of fun too. Rodriguez was an interesting choice to win, but the big return and dominance should have been evidence enough that it was the right decision. Come back or not, she stands no chance on Saturday when Becky Lynch should still be considered the overwhelming favourite. So yeah, I thought it was decent. I'm definitely pleased to see Rodriguez back in it. So yeah, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Ahead of their Women's World Championship match at Chamber, Rhea Ripley and Nia Jax conducted a short sit-down interview that accomplished very little, to be fair. This was a disappointing final bill for the most hyped match on Saturday's card. From there, Jackie Redmond, for a pre-taped interview she conducted with R-Truth earlier in the day, more hilarity ensued as Truth expressed his disappointment at the dismantling of his relationship with the Judgment Day, and then wandered aimlessly into a blue poncho, which yeah, I have to say was quite good. So yeah, a mix of segments. But yeah, moving on into R-Truth, The Miz and DIY taking on the Judgment Day. From a moment Monday night, it appeared R-Truth had gained a measure of revenge on Priest and the Judgment Day. He exploded into the match late, taking the fight to the Archer of Infamy while Ciampa, Gargano and The Miz battled Balor, McDonough and Mysterio at ringside. An ill-fated attempt at the AA was countered though when Priest delivered the South of Heaven for the win. The high energy 8-man tag team contest highlighted Ciampa nicely too, but this was ultimately all about Truth and his quest for vengeance. He did not get it on the night thanks to an alert Priest, but all signs pointed to the Truth and Judgment Day mixing it shortly at WrestleMania 40, which yeah, it's going to be a big babyface win at WrestleMania. So yeah, I don't mind the build to it. It's entertaining. Everything Truth does is entertaining. So yeah, 6 out of 10. Before it's time for Becky Lynch, who hit the ring for a go-ho promo ahead of the Chamber match, the man reiterated her need to win the contest and challenged Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Championship at WrestleMania, which drew out Liv Morgan, who reminded fans of her quest for revenge against the Eradicator. Raquel, Naomi, Stratton all followed suit, taking shots at their opponent before Bianca Belair's arrival blew the roof off the Honda Center. Before a brawl between all six, Nia Jax reappeared and proceeded to lay out each one of them standing tall as an emphatic claim she could take the title. It's interesting creative. Jax looks like an unbeatable force, and yeah, I don't think it really hurts the competitors, but it did Jax wonders, so yeah, I wasn't against it. Before it's time for Chad Gable versus Ivor, the months-long rivalry between the Academy and the Viking Raiders continued as they squared off with each other. The match was very good, with Gable fighting from underneath. He had solved everything his bigger and more powerful opponent threw at him and managed to come back, seizing on the opportunity presented by Ivar missing a moonsault. A German suplex and moonsault of his own and an ankle lock ensured the victory. Both guys often fly under the radar for the most underrated superstar comparison. I think this is another good showing here, which kind of showed why. So yeah, get 6 out of 10 for me. This was really good. We then got Gunther versus Jey Uso in the main event, and Gunther retained thanks to Jimmy. Late in the contest, Jey uncorked 5 consecutive spears, diving the air out of the air from the champion. From there, he had a top rope splash, only for the ring bell to sound prematurely. It was Jimmy preventing his brother from achieving individual glory. Jey had another opportunity, but he opted to take out his brother at ringside, only for another splash attempt to be met by the knees of Gunther, who rolled him up for the win. After the match, Jimmy assaulted Jey with multiple splashes to close out the show, and with that, it appears to be heading for a sibling battle at WrestleMania 40. The match was itself was fantastic. The best of Jey's singles run to date. Gunther retains, and yeah, I think Jay versus Jimmy was what I always want to see at WrestleMania. So to be honest, I'm low-key glad we're getting it. And yeah, it gets 7 out of 10 for me. A really good main event. And overall, Raw gets a 6 out of 10 from me. I thought, a really good episode of Raw this week. I thought lots going on that was really fun. The first and last match especially. And yeah, I think in a way we're building nicely, not to just Elimination Chamber, but also to WrestleMania as well. So yeah, on the whole, I thought that was pretty decent. Hey guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Follow us on our socials. Link in the description below for daily wrestling news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.